Hey you guys, what's good? This is your boy Matto MTL. Today we're going to be dropping some advice, some tips, some knowledge, ratings on exactly what you guys can expect before you buy a pair of Balenciaga Triple S's. Alright, so let's start this one off fresh and hot. And in the spirit of doing hot, fire shoes, we're gonna start with, boom, the Fire Bred colorway of the Balenciaga Triple S. They're probably my grails when it comes to Balenciaga Triple S's. I've never wanted any other colorway more than this colorway in particular. So I'm going to give you guys a quick breakdown of the sneaker via a few categories. We're going to focus on comfort, fit, quality of the materials. So without further ado, let's get straight into this shoe. First up is comfort. And when it comes to the Balenciaga Triple S, there's definitely no shortage of comfort there. I was actually pretty surprised by how comfortable these sneakers are. Now, as you can see, almost look like elephant feet. When you're walking, these things get in the way quite often unless you get familiar with walking in them, pretty regularly. By this, I mean walking 2-3 days straight in the shoes, getting a better spatial awareness of your foot inside the sneaker. I will give you a word of caution that when I was walking in my original pair, I was bumping into steps as my feet were going up. Now this was sort of because I guess I was not necessarily that they're more heavy, but because they take up more space. And when you're walking and going up steps, and the worst was that this happened to me on an escalator, you fear for your life when you feel like you're gonna fall down the whole thing. So just keep that in mind. You're gonna have to sort of improve your spatial awareness when you're walking with these shoes because they do make your feet bigger. The next thing to keep in mind about this sneaker is its fit. It's done in European sizing, so if you're in Europe, that's already done. If you guys want to get them in your size, you're gonna have to find the equivalent European sizing. Unfortunately, that may fluctuate for you and it may be a little bit less clear. Sometimes people like me with a 10 or 10.5 foot US size can fit into a 42 to 43, maybe even 43.5. I know that I can wear a 42 in off-white sneakers like this, 42, and they are made in Italy. So you're gonna have to figure out your European sizing, almost trial and error, and just kind of see which one fits better for you. In a Balenciaga Triple S, I suggest going a little bit more true to size than going more space inside the shoe, and I'll tell you exactly why. When I was trying these shoes on, a 44 was good. It had space. My foot was slipping around a little bit, but it was good. Thicker socks, it was perfect. These ones are a little bit better with dress socks, a little bit thinner, but they'll fit your foot a little bit more snug, a little bit more tight, and give you, I guess, a bit more lockdown on your foot when you're walking. Now, that's super important for a Balenciaga Triple S because of how big and robust this midsole and outsole are. The bigger the shoe, the more it's going to move around if you give it free rein. So the closer you can lock it down to your foot, the better it's going to be for both your walking and for the inside comfort of your foot. So I strongly suggest going more true to size than too big. Next, we're going to be talking about the materials that are used to make up the Balenciaga Triple S. On most models, you're going to notice that they utilize leather for the toe box, mesh for the side panels, as well as the tongue and the inside of the shoe. You're also going to notice a distressed leather, and this is used all around the shoe to create the accents and contrast. Finally, you'll be able to find some nubuck on the shoe right around the eyelets. The last bit of materials, of course, are the giant, chunky rubber, plastic outsole and midsole. But of course, you guys probably already knew that since that's what makes this shoe so iconic. Of course, when it comes to the quality of materials, that's not necessarily what you're paying for. You're definitely paying for the Balenciaga brand name because with a shoe at a base of mesh material covered by a few leather hits and some nubuck with a lot of plastic and rubber, you're not necessarily paying for exotic quality materials or high-grade, A-grade materials, especially since the new runs of Balenciaga Triple S sneakers are being made in China. The original release that created a lot of hype around the sneaker were made in Italy, but now, since demand has grown so exponentially crazy for the Balenciaga Triple S, they've begun manufacturing the sneaker in China. With those categories covered, we're gonna take a final look, and that's at the box and the packaging. The box is huge. To give you guys a bit of perspective, this is the Balenciaga size box compared to a Jordan box. You can see the size difference, right? This guy is higher, longer, and definitely wider. So that's gonna add to the shipping freight cost as well as the weight of your freight, because the shoes themselves are pretty heavy. They're more heavy than the average sneaker. I think everybody knows that. But how heavy are they exactly? Well, you guys can check that out in my video that I did right up here. Inside, you get a gray dust bag, typically, some basic wrapping paper, a lot of stuffing, and an extra pair of the exact same color laces. So no fun lace swaps here unless you've got two different colored pairs, but it's good to have an extra pair of laces in case these things get all messed up, you know, when you're wearing them outside. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell below so you're one of the first ones to know as soon as I drop a brand new video. And if you guys are planning on copying a Balenciaga Triple S, let me know in the comments below and let me know what colorway. With that said, remember you guys, wear your kicks, take care of them, and have a great day, you guys. This is your boy Matto MTL. Peace!